Every morning, I begin with a warm shower, 112 degrees, the optimal temperature to open the pores for deep cleaning. I brush, floss, rinse, and spit, and then I begin that process again. I repeat this 3 times so I have a brighter smile than all the other student journalists on campus. After dressing into something casual, but not too casual, I call my mother to say good morning and then end the call when she suggests that I should try online dating. I then print a copy of the articles that I wrote the night before. I also do this 3 times to ensure that I hand in the best copy of my work. As I walk to the editor's office, I listen to encouraging music. I need to keep my spirits up if today is going to be the day that I, Rosie Morgan, get my work into the student's newspaper and become the school's most respected journalist.
You know, you could just slide them under my door like everyone else.
I would never let anyone get their hands on these before they were proofread. That is how seriously I take this, Mr. Editor, sir.
Okay, Rosie.
Morgan, respected journalist.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have room for these this month.
You have half a page for the ad of the week, 2 or 3 advertisements, and 6 pages of sports. You can't cut any of that to make room for my writing?
An evaluation of my peer evaluation group? Who do you think will read that?
Those who are concerned about my good name being sullied by a couple of idlers who think that I'm too controlling in a group setting.
Look, you have a great writing style, but you take everything way too seriously. Like this interview you got with this poor tech worker.
It's 2:47 a.m. I don't know why the campus Wi-Fi is down right now.
Is it not your job to know? Students have the right to know the cause of their buffering browsers.
Rosie.
Morgan, respected journalist.
I can put something yours in the paper, but you either need to tone it down a bit or find a story that can keep up with you.
Don't stress it, Rosie. You write like 5 articles a night. He's bound to like one of them eventually.
I write 2 articles and 1 draft every night, and I've been doing this for the past 2 years. Not one of them has made the okay.
You should just start your own newspaper.
I tried that. They thought it would be too threatening to the school's newspaper and they shut it down.
You should write about the 2 grand slams Jake January had in last night's game.
What a great idea, Carly. And while I'm at it, I can get an interview with his girlfriend, Missy Lane, the hottest girl in school. Although I think Jake's already writing about that for his huge 6-page long sports column.
Why are you so against Jake and I being together?
Because the chances of that happening are against you. He's dating Missy Lane, the hottest girl in school.
Like, people actually call her Missy Lane, the hottest girl in school. It's kind of her title.
I still don't know how she got that to stick. I've been trying to get people to call me Rosie Morgan, respected journalist, since freshman year. You guys don't even call me Rosie Morgan, respected journalist.
That would add like 10 minutes to every conversation I have with you.
You guys don't call me Lady Carly of House Fremenic.
That's because none of us know what Fremenic is.
It's a kingdom in RuneScape. Which reminds me, I'm late for my RuneScape club meeting. I'll see you 2 tomorrow.
I don't get it, Ben. She doesn't even have any classes, just dozens of weird clubs.
Maybe you could get an interview with her and see how she manages her schedule.
Like she'd have the time. Besides, I think we have a pretty good shot with this article on post-rainworm casualties.
Oh, 36.
Oh, Professor Blake, we didn't mean to interrupt your walking.
What's got you guys looking down?
We're counting all the crushed worms on the sidewalk that seem to mysteriously appear every time it rains. It's for an article I'm writing.
Rosie.
Morgan, respected journalist.
Right. There is a reason for all the worms coming to the surface. See, they're all synchronized swimmers, and they come north for their joining routine, and then they get lost on the surface.
Professor Blake, I have been writing for nearly 2 years, and the editor turns down every single one of my articles. I'm starting to think that my journalism isn't very respected at this school.
If you want, you can bring your papers to my office, and I can do some critiquing of them before you bring them to the editor.
You just added so much time to your workload.
Thank you, Professor. I will have 2 new articles to you by tomorrow night.
$37.
My deceased worm story fell through, so I figured I could get an interview with you about club opportunities and time management. I talked to your Dungeons and Dragons group, and they were fine with withdrawing their armies for tonight so you can join me.
You canceled my plans?
I mean, your friends seemed fine with it. I didn't understand their made-up language, but besides, I need something to turn in for tonight.
Maybe you could take the night off.
Take tonight off?
Yeah, you could take a break from writing. God knows you need one.
Take tonight off? I cannot take tonight off. Tonight could be the night that I finally write an article that gets into the school paper.
To be honest, it's probably not. And it doesn't matter either way. I have a date with Jake January tonight.
A date?
A study date. And it's actually just me doing all the work while him and Missy play baseball off to the side. But it's still plans, and you can't cancel them. I'm late for Quidditch.
I don't know, Ben. It just doesn't look real enough.
But people really believe you spot a Medusa on campus anyway.
I just wish Carly would have done the stupid interview with me. I haven't even started an article for tonight.
Well, you really can't blame her for taking any chance she could get with Jake.
Yes, I can. Men are distractions, and she has been distracted.
So, you're saying you wouldn't take any chance you could get to be with a guy you like?
No. I wouldn't.
Speak of the devil.
Why are you wearing your elven gear? I thought I canceled your plans for tonight.
The clans got restless, and there was a peace offering that I could not miss tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for my study date.
Go get him, Tiger.
Can we sit for a bit?
Your date must have gone well.
Super well.
It was a study date. Jake, what are you doing? You're dating Missy Lane, the hottest girl in school.
Not anymore.
Missy's dad bought her a beach house, and she dropped out as soon as she heard, dumping Jake in the process. She's now the hottest girl in Cancun.
I didn't know Missy's parents were so well off.
So, then, how did this happen?
Well, I was arriving to our study date, and poor Jake was just coping with the news. He was a sad, very cute mess for a while, but I was able to console him. He taught me how to play baseball, and after a while, we just grew really close. This morning, he texted me and asked if we were official, and I said yes.
That entire story sounds insane and frankly made up.
Why would you not believe what's right in front of you?
I haven't slept in 36 hours, so I don't know if I'm hallucinating or not.
Jake, is Ben? Jake,
Is any of this true?
Yeah, me and Carly were official.
We have plans to trade Pokemon cards with the chess team. We'll see you later.
It's odd.
Yes, it's odd. Sleep deprivation increases the risk of death from any cause by 15%.
This just doesn't seem to be the style the school newspaper is looking for.
If you continue reading, you can find that some of the steps can be very helpful.
Rosie, are you having some trouble between you and your friends?
Well, Carly and I have been arguing a lot lately. There's not a conversation that goes without a fight. She's with Jake January now, and she spends all of her free time with him.
Well, Jake January? I thought he was dating Missy Lane, the hottest girl in school.
She lives in Cancun now.
That's odd.
Yes, it's odd.
But, like, don't you think it's a little too odd?
Well, they seem to like each other. I can't comprehend why.
Maybe you should look into that. That sounds like it'd be a good story.
Doesn't that sound a little too TMZ?
Of course. You're right. I would never ask a student to interfere with the personal affairs of another student. But Jake January, come on, Missy Lane's the hottest girl. It'd be a big story.
I have 15 minutes. I'm teaching Jake a language I made up at 3:30. Oh my God, Rosie, are you serious?
Rosie Morgan, respected journalist. I have some serious questions about the recent disappearance of one Missy Lane, the hottest girl in school.
She moved to Cancun.
Don't you find it odd that very popular 4.0 student Missy Lane, on track to get her bachelor's degree, would with one phone call from her father be ready to pack her bags and leave the country within the hour?
It must have been a pretty great condo.
You said earlier that it was a beach house.
I don't know all the logistics of Missy Lane's living situation.
Fine. Moving on to your new relationship with star athlete Jake January. Why do you think he was so quick to move on from a girl he had been dating for 3 years?
We had a great time together the night they broke up.
But he was dating Missy Lane, the hottest girl in school.
And I'm not. I understand that I'm not as popular as Missy Lane. I'm not as smart as Missy Lane. I'm not as hottest girl in school, Missy Lane. But is it so hard for you to believe that Jake might just like me? What kind of article are you writing? Handsome, popular jock gets dumped and settles for weird, ugly nerd girl?
That title is far too lengthy. But, Carla...
No! If you think so low of me, then allow me to no longer insult your presence, Miss Rosie Morgan, respected journalist.
No, Carly...
I suppose we won't be needing this.
No, just dump it out.
Here are today's articles.
Oh, I was looking for the editor.
I'll be done with the hole punch in a little bit.
Is something wrong? Did something happen with Carly? I might have said something that upset her yesterday.
How to lose a friend in 10 days.
It's a working title. Listen, I think you and Carly make a great couple. Certainly one I never expected, but she's a nice girl. Do you think you could pass that on to her? I don't think she wants to speak to me at the moment.
Do you think you could proofread mine?
Me? But my articles never make it into the paper.
No, but you've got a keen eye, and I think you could figure out any mistakes I've made.
This article makes hardly any sense. It feels like he's just throwing sentences together.
If you were gonna go on a date with somebody, where would you want them to take you?
That sounds like a question my mother would ask me. Why are you asking me that?
I'm writing an article for the school paper.
You've never been interested in the paper before.
You've inspired me.
Huh. I'd want to be taken to the school cafeteria so that I could do a photojournalism article on the harsh working conditions.
Oh.
Seriously, Jake is all over the place with this article. Just listen to his last paragraph. Don't even say that baseball isn't the greatest sport. Everyone knows that it is. Absolutely everyone. Duh.
Yeah, it's not like him to be this insistent in his opinion articles.
You know, I saw him crying earlier.
That's not like him either. Although there was that one time during that baseball game. He was pitching, he was doing terribly. His dad came out of the stadium, just started reaming him out in front of all of his teammates. Man, the tears were flowing.
Wait. Ben,
Hi.
look.
What?
Rosie, to be honest, I don't have time to help you with whatever article you're writing. I'm live action role playing in 10.
Your battle plans are canceled for tonight.
Rosie, would you quit micromanaging my life?
I would just like some help proofreading. Your boyfriend seems to be having an especially difficult time articulating in his latest article.
I don't have the time.
No, I'm sure Jake would appreciate the help and support of his girlfriend.
Leave me be.
MLTHGISISDEAD. The first letter of every sentence in this article spells out a rather cryptic message. MLTHGIS. Missy Lane, the hottest girl in school, is dead.
She's in Cancun.
What happened, Carly?
She moved.
What have you done?
I didn't do anything.
Is Missy Lane dead?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
Where is she?
Rosie.
Rosie Morgan, respected journalist. You know, you almost had me feeling sorry for you. You had me distracted. But now, I am going to write the article of my life.
Because Wolf is dead.
Jake! Baby, I'm so glad you're here. Rosie has this absurd conspiracy.
You two can quit the charade between you now.
Rosie's right. This has to end.
Rosie Morgan.
You don't want to end this. You know what that means.
Carly, a student is dead. You killed her, hid her body, and then blackmailed her grieving boyfriend.
I did not.
I killed Missy. What?
Excuse me?
Carly's not the reason Missy's dead. It's me. I killed her. Let me explain. It all started when we were studying for the anthropology exam.
Carly, you're in anthropology?
Are you even enrolled in classes?
Carly started on the study guide, but Missy wanted to practice her fast pitch. So we went off to the side and she would pitch while I hit the ball back to her. Well, I managed to get a really good smack on one. It went directly at her head. When we checked her pulse, we didn't feel anything. Carly was sitting off to the side. She saw everything. It was all my fault.
So I don't really understand how this leads to you two dating.
Well, Carly said she didn't see any reason why this one little mistake should ruin my whole life. And so, as long as we hit the body, I'd just go with whatever story she came up with. And that's how Missy Lane became the hottest girl in Cancun, and I became Carly's boyfriend.
You blackmailed Jake.
I would hardly call it blackmail.
Jake, did you feel as though you had to participate in a romantic relationship with Carly out of fear that she would expose what you've done?
Yeah, I guess.
Then, Jake, I am sorry for your loss, but as a respected journalist, I took an oath to report all campus news. I swear to write the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The students have the right to know.
Are you sure people want to hear this story?
This could be the biggest story of my entire life. This could get me into the paper. This could launch my career. I'm obligated to bring this to justice.
No harm was meant, Rosie.
Rosie Morgan, respected journalist.
You're right. This has to be reported to the authorities immediately.
Professor Blake, we were just rehearsing a play.
What are you doing here?
I'm the custodian. My first name is Professor.
Why have I been coming to you for writing tutoring?
Look, it doesn't matter. I heard everything. If Missy Lane is indeed dead, then it is our responsibility that she receive justice. Jake and Carly, for involuntary manslaughter and hiding a body, you're easily going to be facing quite a bit of trouble. Where is the body?
In the corner.
Oh, God, I'm so bad at my job.
I would be happy to report on the indolence of our custodial staff as soon as this story is hot off the presses.
I'm not talking to anyone. As far as I'm concerned, I witnessed nothing.
Well, I'm sure that after we all have talked to the police, we'll have enough evidence against you.
Then I'm not talking either.
I'm sorry?
I'm the main one responsible for this whole mess, not Carly, and if I'm going down and taking Carly with me, then I'd rather not go down at all.
What?
Touching! But we all know what happened here. The truth will come out as soon as we've spoken to the authorities.
I won't be saying anything.
Ben!
I'm not gonna stand here as my friend's life gets ruined.
Not her whole life, a few years maybe.
No, not her, you. You've been so caught up in this, I don't even recognize my friend anymore. You're not the woman I imagine myself growing old with.
What?
Forget I just said that. You're not the journalist I respected. To be honest, I don't really respect many journalists. There is so much fake news.
Professor Blake, I don't see a story here.
Has everyone lost touch with reality? There is a dead girl, literally right there. Are you honestly willing to forgive a murder just to restore a friendship?
I believe that friendship surpasses death.
Okay, that makes no sense in this situation. Listen to me, Rosie. Rosie Morgan, respected journalist. You have to understand how extremely important it is to go to the authorities with this.
I almost lost my friends to this story, myself as well. I think that it's best that we let this one go unpublished.
Okay, I can't believe if Humor told this one.
I'm going to be calling the police now.
No, Professor, wait, Professor Blake.
I honestly should have called immediately after hearing all
Professor
this.
Blake, Professor. Jake.
That's what I call a grand slam.
Okay, now hit me with a baseball, please.
Okay, I get it.
I guess I'll be finding a new story for tomorrow.
Holy crap, we just killed a guy.
I know. I almost feel numb the second time.
You can't just go around saying a hot dog is a sandwich. That makes no sense.
Okay, yes, it totally is, because you have meat inside of a bun. That's all you need. It's just
Sandwich
like any
is so much more than meat
Okay,
and
but
bread.
you can add more to it.
Rosie, hi.
Hi.
Hey, how'd it go?
I think that this is the one that's going to get into the paper.
Oh, I know it will be. And when I get back from my Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, I want to hear all of the editors' good phrases. Oh,
Carly.
sorry, Jake. I should be watching where I'm going.
Yeah, you know about that whole blackmail thing? That wasn't very cool.
Yeah, I get that now.
I'm not your boyfriend anymore, but you know, we can still be friends, can't we? I don't know half the words of that language you were talking about.
Higadakachukunara.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's a big day.
I think you might actually like this one.
I'm glad you're back, Rosie Morgan, respected journalist.
Yeah. You know, this one is going to make our future kids proud.
Yeah, I don't see this one fitting in this week.
Are you